Meow. Ah, da, da. Ah! 必要だ！緊張します。緊張します。ますますます。Is a human after all? Masquerading. Mo. Am I live? Oh my god! I didn't realize I was live because it was funky. Am I, have I just been singing to myself? Ah! No! How embarrassing! um, alright, hi everyone. Sorry, I got lost in the windows. Um, hi. Sorry, that caught me off guard. I was not I was not ready. I thought I still had to hit a button to go live, but no. Hi everyone. Hi. You can see I have a new appearance today. Um I made a quick little PNG tuber instead of the VTuber. Oh my god, it's quiet. I need to turn on some background music soon. We'll get to that. I was so not ready for this. Um I figured I would make a quick PNG tuber instead of a VTuber or like a full rigged VTuber to minimize the cost on my dear old CPU. And it should work just as fine. So I'm good. Thank you for asking, Yuna. My head is so big indeed. Yes, I got chibiified. Um Oh my god, I need to collect my thoughts. I didn't know I was streaming for a whole minute. I was still gonna like post stories and stuff. Can I get you as flying monkeys to do that? Post your stories. I'm live. You don't have to. Um, but let's see. Welcome everyone. Welcome. Um, I was gonna try to figure out how to get chat on stream, but I can see you on my screen, so it's okay. I feel like such a radio host. Uh, just standing here with a microphone in the void. Um, I need to collect my thoughts. Wow. I guess we can also wait for people to gather. Hopefully I sound a lot better today. I tried fixing up audio and putting the right effects on because um I took a listen back to the previous stream and I was like, "Oh, how could I have been treating you like this? I must treat you better. I must give you a better sound." But hopefully it's fixed. Um, I guess I could technically monitor it real quick. Um, Oh my god, everyone's admiring my new looks. I'm so objectified. But yeah, welcome. Finally, it's time. It's so quiet. I need to put on some kind of music. Hold on. Where's my stuff? Clicky clicky, mouse clicky. Wait, does my mouth open if I click? Yeah, actually that's a sound effect I'm doing with my mouth. Let me just there. That one. Come on, pewter. Alright, now we got some background music. Quiet as it may be, but that's a little nicer, I think. Yeah. Okie dokie, there we go. So, today's plan, is we're gonna listen to Damage Control together, and I'm gonna talk about my general thought process with it. Why is my mouth not opening? Am I? Oh, I know why. Because it's a different input. I'm gonna have to talk loud enough. That's fine. Don't worry about it, gang. Yes, we're gonna listen to Damage Control together, and I'm gonna explain some thought processes behind that, behind lyrics and music and stuff, and you get a peek into the messed up brain of mine. And yeah, that's basically it. I was trying to think, how do we want to do it, and I think I will talk a bit before songs, probably, and then we listen, and I won't say anything, so we can just enjoy it all together, and I won't interrupt, and then afterwards I'll probably mention more stuff. But how's everyone in chat doing? I want to hear from everyone. How's everyone on? Oh, another thing to mention, of course, if you are feeling extra generous today, in the description there's a donation link. It's also on the screen. You can see the link where you can donate. And I have a small little goal I made, which, I keep telling myself I want to get a nice PC to do, you know, my things on. So I figure, you know what, that can be a goal. That can be a goal to work towards, and then if I somehow make enough by streaming, then I'll definitely have to get a PC. Tired from school? Ah, people going to school. I've been on the music grind instead, basically. Also, there's no pressure ever to donate, but for those who feel like it and want to, if anyone wants to support, there's multiple ways to do it, and that's definitely, the Ko-fi is a good way to do it. But whatever everyone's comfy with. You're doing choir. Ah, that person, Brissa is not going to be able to hear this, but good luck with choir. Good luck on the vocals. I give you my blessing. I realized I was like, oh, I should finally do the listening party, and then I realized like, oh, today is Monday, so I think Americans might, yeah, younger people, especially in earlier time zones, may suffer from my timing, but well, skip to go to Costco. Should you eat fish or chicken for dinner? I think the answer's pretty obvious there. Eat fish. Eat fish if you support me. Eat chicken if you support Uni the cat, aka Chicken Boy. I just thought about it. Cats love chicken more than fish, often, I've found. All right, I've been yapping enough. So, what say you folks we get into the album properly? Also, I have cranberry juice in me, by the way. Very vampiric. Alarm. Oh. Hmm. Why'd the music stop? Well, I guess that's fitting since we should get a move on with this. So let me just I should pop out chat if I can. There we go. I really should put chat on stream, but I'll do that a next time. All right. Yes. I'm always so paranoid when switching screens. I'm sure that'll improve with time, but that is something that I'm always like, I'm not showing like my entire address, am I? But as far as I know, I'm not. Um, let's see.
You're my favorite musical artist, and your music actually motivated me a lot while working on my own creative projects. So here's a little something to say thanks.
Ah, thank you so much. I can't see your name actually on stream. I should change that. But donator fan, I will thank you with a message after the stream. But thank you so much for your donation. That is awesome. I forgot. I made it so that if you donate, the message you leave gets read out loud, which is very fun. So you can interrupt me and I will respond to you. But I realize your name doesn't come up, so maybe I should fix that. I guess I could do that now. Maybe I'll do that. I'll do it like while a song is playing or something. But I figured, anyways, the probably easiest way to go about this is to just pull up Bandcamp, and then we can go through my songs and the lyrics will be written there. And yeah. So I shall click on the first track. If you ever hear me sipping, that is a drink I have. That's the cranberry juice. I already mentioned that. My brain's a sieve sometimes. Alright, this one, I mean, there's really not much to explain in terms of lyrics because I think you'll notice there are none, and it is just a musical overture. I just read doxed and got so scared. I was like, huh? What did I do? But yes, anyway, this one doesn't have any lyrics to explain, obviously. But yes, an overture is like I guess usually in a musical or an opera, it's kind of a piece that's like an intro that goes over the songs or like a bit of, it's like a medley kind of thing where I believe overtures French for like oh what? How am I forgetting the word? It means it's like an open chur. I'm forgetting the exact verb suddenly, but it's like a is it ouvrir or something? French people could correct me. But I've had the idea before to make an overture but put it at the end and call it a fermeture, like fermer, which is to close in French. Anyway, so this one is just kind of a cool, like, I guess medley of some of the most the standout like riffs and stuff from songs. So it's mostly Damage Control. It's got Sing Me to Sleep in there. Fever Pitch as well, and Terminal Velocity. So Yes, ouvrir. Thank you. I was forgetting the word. I was doubting myself. Um, but yeah, I think mostly I was inspired by like Real, the Reol, the artist Real, who does um who has some very cool opening things through her albums. And I was like, I want to do that as well. And also, I'm theatrical. I like that. So let's have a listen. And if you've already heard these songs, if you already listened to the album before, let's see if you can spot when different themes play. But I'll shut my mouth now and let you all listen. D- the audio just glitched. My bad. Let us rewind a little. There we go. Wow. And we're off. We're off to the races. Yeah. The weird swelling noise at the end. I forget exactly how it was made, but I think I like took some part of a render of a different song and then messed around with the down sampling on a bit crusher. And then that happened and I was like, "Ooh, that's a cool sound." So I used it in a couple places as like a cool riser. Um and yeah, that was a cool random uh discovery. Animatic ideas for multiple songs. That would be so wonderful. Um yeah, sorry for the little glitch that happened in the middle. Anyway, I hope y'all caught the things. The little melody at the end. Um I love a recurring motif. I'm sure everyone who's listened to Constant Companions by Jamie Page also loves a recurring motif, which came out while I was working on this already. Um, so it was fun to listen to that and be like, "Hey, I'm also gonna, I also have my theatrical little moments. But anyway, the last dun 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 dun, dun or that was a weird little way to sing it. But the last couple, wait, I can just play it. I'm a genius. Okay, well that's
Hey there, pal. Thanks for being my pal. We're pals.
hi, pal. Thanks for the money, chum. I really need to see how much who and how much, because I can't tell. I'm going in blind, but thank you so much, donator. It's very much appreciated. I am bowing respectfully, and you can't see it. What was I just saying? Oh yes, the little motif there is, if you've heard the song Damage Control, I like to think of it as, I guess, starting there, although I don't actually know where I first came up with the melody for it. But the line that goes, I don't want to make you cry, is what I guess think of whenever I hear that. So it's the I don't want to make you cry kind of melody. Anyways, let's go on to the first proper song, or else we're gonna be here all day, I fear. Because I was thinking, oh, it shouldn't take too long. The album's like only like, it's less than an hour. And then I realized, oh, I'm gonna be talking in between, which means it's gonna take way longer. Alright. So we start with quite the dark, quite the heavy song. I wanted to kind of front load the album with angsty, haunted child energy. So let's have a look at these lyrics, and then I'll and then I can maybe chat about the music. Oh, I booped the microphone. Yes, it does say I'm from Belgium, which you'll see here. We have some Dutch, which originally the song was just fully in English here, but I was like, I'm gonna make it personal, you know. I was like, hey, I can tune Teto to speak a different language, so she can speak Dutch as well. And I figured it's close enough to English, and if I only do very small bits, because like I'm bilingual, so I like using interchangeable stuff, then I figured that would be okay enough for English speakers, like they can follow along the message perfectly fine without actually understanding. And I figured it would just add some cool flair. Especially because some details of the song are, like, I guess some sound design is inspired by, like, kind of the, I guess, some surroundings and stuff, like church bells. There's a lot of churches in Europe in general, so there's some weird church bell sound effects that I, like, messed around with in some of the instrumental parts. And I remember this song, when I added like more chaos, I was like, oh god, this hits close to home now. Like when I added those musical details, I was like, ooh. The soundscape, it's spooky. Also, I guess it's for anyone who may worry about stuff. I tried my best to put
Your
some
music has really helped me over the past few months, so thank you for that. So here's a little that I can give back for you.
Thank you so much for the donation. This is so you're all so generous. Thank you all for your attention. That's already enough. But it's truly appreciated. I try my best to put content warnings on the songs, but I'm always honestly I'm really bad at coming up with what is necessary for content warnings, so I just kind of I try to give like a taste of like what the contents of the song are, because I do write about heavy topics usually, and I'm the kind of person who I think doesn't easily realize how dark things can get. But I do want to be like a little sensitive to not catch people too off guard. But I don't know, it's a tricky balance that I don't quite have like a system for. But in case anyone if you're like, oh, I don't want to get triggered by anything accidentally, there you can check content warnings and lyrics and stuff. Anyway, so yeah, I wanted to start with a very, very dark, heavy song. It has some Dutch stuff. Not to get too personal, but most of this album is kind of based off of, you know, real things I went through and was definitely working through. So this album is kind of, on a personal level, quite important to be like, to close off a chapter of life, if that makes sense. But in order to do that, I guess you have to kind of like start at the beginning. So hoe lang nog? The first lines are just how long until, or how long. Ik vraag mijn mama. The second line here is I ask my mother. She's how that works. So, and zij geeft geen antwoord. She doesn't give an answer because she's busy taking care of me. So I'm sure any translation software online can tell you what that says, but those are the first things. I kind of want to see if people can guess what verstoppertje is here, because I feel like based on the lyrics you can guess what it is, but it doesn't look like what you call it in English, so that's quite cute. Is there? Yes, it's hide and go seek. Indeed, verstoppertje is what you call hide and go seek. Would I be comfortable sharing how closely it's based on you? I don't know how to give a good answer to that, even if I am comfortable with that. I think it's, I guess I write for the heart, but I also like dramatizing stuff. So, you know, everything is with a grain of salt, but I guess it's all usually based on like real thoughts and stuff, if that makes sense in a weird way. And I think, yeah, the last Dutch part is Dit noemt toch liefde is this is called love, right? Originally the line was, is this affection, I guess. So the pit inside my stomach grows. Is this affection? I must be loved more than I know. Was how it was originally, but I was like, let's make it Dutch. Let's add it. Let's add some non-English culture in there. Oh, I didn't answer a question, but I know you're a Vocaloid producer now, but will you ever make songs with just your voice again? I guess I said originally I was not going to, because I'm in a smaller place where I can't do very like loud or intense singing. But I find a way, and I like singing, so do expect some songs with my own voice. Anyways, I think I've talked enough about the lyrics, unless anyone has more ideas or more questions. I mean, I suppose here we have the a mention of flowers in window boxes, which will come back in a different song. But I did just make a cover. Exactly. So I might be going back on my word of saying I won't be singing, but I don't think anyone's gonna mind that. Anyways, how about we give the second song a go?
Who long knows till the seeds we planted in the window boxes bloom? Ik wacht mijn mama and the sound of typing echoes through the room. She's hard at work so she can give me all I'd ever need. Så det regnar på 'cause she's busy dining table. Form a happy family, so nice and stable. I'm so lucky to have this happy family. I'm so lucky, and Papa never yells at me. We play will stop butcher, but I don't know whose turn it is to seek. I thought Papa was hiding till I heard the spiral staircase creak. He loves to hide, so I don't see his face throughout the week. When he comes out of hiding, I know it's my turn to sneak. I hear him coming and I can't allow myself to breathe. Isn't it nice that Papa likes to play these games with me? The beat inside my stomach grows. I must be loved more than I know. Let's all gather at the dining table. Form a loving family, so nice and stable. I'm so lucky to have this loving family. I'm so lucky, my parents never talk to me.
Wow. So scary. Uh I want to check real quick. I got distracted, but is the I need to check the stream health. 'Cause are we live? Are we good? The reason I ask is because I tried to pull the live stream up on my phone, but it was not showing it. So perhaps it is just a me issue, but I want to make sure that it's still accessible to people. Ah. We are living, we're living, we're living, we're live. Thank you so much. Alright. Thank you so much for checking for me. That is appreciated. Yes, okay, back to song details. While it was playing, I realized, oh, there's so much to talk about. I'm gonna be here forever, but I will talk as much as you are willing to listen. Yes, I love songs flowing into each other. Originally, I wanted it to be a little bit more, but then I realized it's kind of annoying if you want, like, to be able to listen to songs individually. But, you know, it's the kind of theater kid musical writer in me that loves a good transition. But yeah, this song, I definitely shout out to, I mean, Kikuo in general. Um, I think Kikuo is a huge inspiration for me. I've been listening like since I was a kid, and I think it's probably for better or for worse shaped how I am. Listening to songs with really good melodies and EDM dubstep elements and classical elements, and then also extremely dark lyrics. And I think there's something to be said about the general experience of being a Vocaloid fan, especially a foreign Vocaloid fan, of listening to these songs and not understanding the lyrics and then looking them up and being a little bit horrified that it's so depressing. And I kind of want to give that experience to non-English speakers. I hope one day oh, Ikiru? Yes. I hope I hope there's Japanese fans or Japanese listeners uh who listen to these songs and think, "Oh, fun. Sounds cool." And then they look up the lyrics and then they're like, "Oh my god." So, I hope any non-English speakers get to have that experience. But speaking of Kikuo, particularly the song Corpse Dance, Shikabane no Odori, is one of my favorites for sure. And so the melodies, the kind of dual synthesizer melodies, the like that stuff, very much inspired by the melody of Corpse Dance. So you can tell I love Kikuo and that this song is super inspired by that. I guess one more thing I think I wanted to, I guess more so about the content of the lyrics and less the aesthetics, is I wanted to, I think, kind of shine through the horror of neglect, because I think it's quite under talked about, under discussed, I suppose. And I think it's quite insidious because it's so kind of invisible. And so these lyrics are, I think, on a surface level, like, I wanted to make the lyrics not overwhelmingly scary, but I wanted to make the music sound really scary, so that you get this sort of innocent voice contrasted with this kind of overwhelming dark vibe. And it's kind of like the singer doesn't really, the singer is saying things like, "I'm so lucky and I have such a happy family, and this must be love," and all those things. And yet the music, sounds scary. So that's kind of the main concept, was to have this contrast between the phrase of like, "I'm so lucky." Meanwhile, you have haunting, scary melodies and harsh bells and stuff like that. Inside of a House That Is Cold. That's very good.
A gift for my favorite artist. I love your content, and if I can help in any way, I am happy to do so.
Thank you so much for the donation. You can't see it on the model because it only opens when there's sound, but I pog every time. Thank you so much for the donation. Maybe I should just go, "Ah!" so you can see me pog. But yeah, I think I've said enough about this one. But the kind of, I think, confusion of what is going on contrasted with this sort of, insidiously cold surrounding, definitely is a vibe I wanted to portray. I'm gonna have so much to say about every song. I really recommend, if you haven't already, just listening to the album on your own and enjoying it. And as its own thing, because I fear this is like the director's commentary. Also awesome to see we have viewers from so far away. Colombia, that's far away. What else can I say? It's a different time zone, different location. So welcome very much. And I'm very glad to be able to have people watching and tuning in from truly anywhere. I think that's awesome. All right. I know. This one is one of my personal favorites. This one, of course, the lyrics get pretty violent, in a way. Yeah, I think let's see. What do I have to say about this? Main concepts for this one is kind of self-awareness and dissociation. And I think also kind of visual metaphors that come back in art and I guess lyrics as well. I mean, like visuals and lyrics of kind of the idea of picture frames, golden cages. I think an idea that I definitely want to explore in future songs, because I just think it's really interesting, is like the idea of self-objectification and sort of, yeah, turning yourself into a work of art, which I think is a very meta thing for me myself to say, since I made art based on my experiences. So it's kind of like a bit of a self call out in a way. Wait, let me scroll. But I think it's really interesting. So I know one of my favorite lyrics, I think, in the whole album is in this song. Of course it is quite dark, but I just like the line, "I'm the artist and I'm the art that hangs itself on your walls," for having the double entendre, but also just the idea of being both subject and object at the same time is, I think, interesting. I think, let's see, what else is there that I want to mention here in this song? Yes, this idea, which I'm not sure how strongly it comes across in the album. I feel like, honestly, it could be done more. Or maybe I'll explore it more. But the idea of kind of like suffering spilling over, I think. Hello, hello, welcome, new viewers. Desaturated. Yeah, the idea of sort of your own suffering isn't limited to yourself, and I think for me that's been kind of a area of conflict and something to kind of wrestle with. But I think it's also the takeaway is that, well, in order to minimize harm, you have to take care of yourself, and helping yourself is the way to help others, I guess, because if you hurt yourself, you hurt others. Sort of thing. So I think that, the worry about your own issues kind of spilling over, especially in damage control, which is where that concept and where that title comes from, is, yeah, an overarching idea, for sure. And it's definitely present in this song. But I think this one is a darker depiction of it, and damage control is ultimately a little more progress. Let's see. Oh, the thumbnail, of course. One thing to mention, the thumbnail, of course, says, transgender Teto, which is true. 'Cause this is, my voice is deeper than Teto's. And I am arguably more male than Teto, depending on your depiction of Teto. So that's why the tuning across this album is kind of this lower, more mask version of Teto, because really it's Teto singing from my perspective, and then later that gets used to having Teto singing in a less mask way is then in It Gets Better a thing. But here I have the word son obviously used, so we get a a little assertion of gender for those who enjoy. I woked him. Yeah, I should be calling this a Kasane Ted album, but I really can't take Ted serious as the as the male equivalent of Teto. Ted. But yes, I also think the idea of paintings covered in dust, that's a, I don't know, I like that as a continuation of like the idea of neglect and kind of abandonment and stuff. Yeah, the kind of turning yourself into art and just a painting. Let's have a listen. Enough talking.
I know I'm not okay. I watch my body from afar as I disintegrate. I don't know how I ended up this way. I lock my heart inside a gilded cage. Breathing slowly, I hurry myself before your eyes. I'd stare at the bus and I would watch it. Someone I despise. Every morning I lie in bed, wondering if I'm slowly dying. When I'm holding above myself, I see my shivering form. Ugliness and the before life, a voice to sword from its endless cry. Echoes throughout my aching chest, but I can tell it is mine. When I destroy myself, I'm not the only casualty. I pray I'm not a plague that kills my family. I know I'm not okay. I watch my body from afar as I disintegrate. I don't know how I ended up this way. I need to keep myself far at bay. I know. I don't want to be human. My being causes you harm. I know I'm not okay, but can't I still have love to you as a gothic display? I'm sorry that I'm better off this way. Forgive me when my flesh starts to decay.
Yay! I realize shout out to a song that definitely inspired this one for the production. I love Masarada, producer who made songs like Liar Dancer, and specifically Outlaws. I forget what it's called in Japanese, but it's the one with mu symbol. It's like in a circle. But it's called Outlaws in English, and I love that song so much. I played it so much walking around. And I think like the more stripped back when I destroy myself, I'm not the only casualty. Like the instrumentation on those parts got kind of inspired by that. I also think there's something to be said about modulating downwards. Usually in songs, or I guess in pop songs and stuff, you tend to modulate up some keys, but I think going down is underrated. And so, I don't know, I'm very happy with that. I think songs should do it more because it's cool. On to the next one. Wait, we can go like this. I know, I'm not okay. I watch my body from afar as I disintegrate. I don't know how I ended up this way. I realize I can sing these songs freely because, you know, who's gonna stop me? I own them. I birthed them. I sculpted them with my own hands. Alright, Sing Me to Sleep. Which surprisingly popular to me, which makes sense because I did make a music video. But I think this is not one of my personal faves, but I know other people really like it, so that is good. That's what counts. In terms of lyrics, I mean, I think I've said before somewhere, but basically the idea with this one is, I know kind of for myself, naturally, music has been a great source of comfort, and perhaps escapism, but I think it's kind of, you know, what keeps me going a lot of the time, and has made me definitely feel less alone in certain times. And so certain artists, you know, I kind of latch onto, and then their songs are what keep me going for a bit. And I think this is not a unique feeling. So I figured it would be kind of cool and meta, especially if I'm successful with this album, to, you know, if people recognize or feel comforted by the album, and then there's a song that is about feeling comforted by music that's kind of like, hey, I know what's happening, you know what's happening, we're all in this cycle together, if that makes sense. But yeah, I've definitely had nights where it's basically just me and my phone, and some songs that are very dear to me, and then, you know, you make it through until sunrise, and you did it. You made it through the night. Interestingly, I think the lyrical style is, in the very beginning here, simple. I think I tried to like write some more poetic words, but I think the more matter of fact, just saying like, I've been lonely, I've been sad, feels more apt. Like, it's kind of, I guess because I was more in the habit of listening music like very, you know, as a crutch, kind of more as a teenager, so I feel like it's kind of gives that, I don't know, just kind of I am talking to you energy more so than I am writing a poem. Got you all in 4K with this one. If I'm successful, yes. Oh, there was a demo for a game that I was playing like at the time that I was producing this, and I don't remember what it was. It's like a carnival aesthetic. It's very beautiful art. It's like 2.5D. Can't remember it, but I remember I was playing that and I got inspired by the visuals and the art, visuals and the music, and then I was producing this. So if I remember what that game is called, Shout out to that game. I can't remember, but it was really that was a fun inspiration. Um, is there anything else lyrically I want to mention here? Um, I think I need to fix up the lyrics here. I will. I was also thinking there is a high chance that because I like copy pasted from my notes and I'm tired, so I don't always proofread, that there's some mistakes in how I wrote stuff. So you can see some some lyrics that were almost there but then changed. Uh um but regardless, I don't think I have anything super special to say about this one. So let's have a listen.
I've been lonely, I've been sad. Music is the best friend I've ever had. I'm misguided, I'm immature. I'm still searching for some kind of cure. I'm dreaming away, losing myself with a lullaby kept on my phone. It's cold, but it's all I have to not feel so alone. I feel guilty for how I am, but your waveforms want me to withstand my episodes. Nobody knows, no one can understand except for you. With a few soft tones and floating metaphors, I feel seen without having any eyes laid upon me. So sing me to sleep. I hope that my tears look like snow when they fall from my cheeks. I might catch frostbite, but at least my cause won't wake anyone else up tonight. I close my eyes and pretend that there is love in frequencies. The lyrics all are spelled out word of a no disease. The songs I sing in my head are the hands that hold mine when I freeze. I know it's fake and yet I play these songs on repeat. What could I give in exchange for the countless times that I've been saved? Maybe this is what I can do. Could I learn to write songs just like you? Sing me to sleep. I don't have a warm hand to hold, so I have to make do. I might catch frostbite, but when you hear my cries, do they sound like your own? I need to believe that there is someone who can tell me that I am not alone. I might catch frostbite, but if I play this song, I'll make it through the night.
So yeah, I need to fix up those lyrics there. That's okay. Oh yeah, one song I guess that actually funny story when I wrote this, which at this point is like a year ago. Wow, like actually a year ago. Uh I had this melody that like came to me and I was like, "Oh, this is a gorgeous melody. What is it?" And I asked my sister, and I was like, "Do you recognize this?" And she was like, "No," but she's not a big Vocaloid fan. And so I was like, "Okay." I was making the song, and so I had that melody, and then I sent it to a friend, and a friend was like, "That's Honeymoon un deux trois," and I was like, "Fuck, you're right. That's what that melody was. I knew it was something." And then I just changed it, but oopsie, originally almost plagiarized a song, but that's definitely an inspiration then. Is Honeymoon un deux trois. Forget who it's by, actually, but I'm sure you'll find it if you look it up. But yeah, let's see, we go to the next song. Unnamed. Oh, this might be one of the oldest. Oh!
I have loved listening to your music for a while now. Thank you for all the amazing music and the entire Death Game collection. ZiePan.
Bye. You're so welcome. Thank you so much for your donation. It is very much appreciated. Yes, I will continue to make more. Rest assured, I'm not stopping anytime soon. Especially when I get such wonderful support from all of you. Let's see. Okay, Unnamed. This one is probably the oldest one lyrics wise, but I just never knew how to produce it. Sometimes I just go straight into Reaper, my program, and then like I make a song. Sometimes I write it out beforehand, like on an instrument. And this was one of those songs, and oh man, it's been very long, but I remember just coming up with the chorus, and it was kind of this, poetic, the idea of basically like not being able to name it. Apparently there's a word for this. It's called like hermeneutical injustice or something, which the Wikipedia page for it mentions the idea like I think sexual harassment was not like a concept, and then once they had like language to describe it, awareness could have been spread to like combat the issue. And so I think that idea of not being able to express that there's a problem because you just don't know, you just don't have names for it, is very interesting. So I guess indirectly I kind of ended up writing about that. And we also, honestly, we need a pathetic fallacy counter, as in the weather used as a metaphor for feelings. I believe that's what it's called. Because I love rain and sunshine and weather. I love the environment being used as a metaphor for emotions. So rain obviously comes back a lot with this one. I have my trusty umbrella, obviously. So I think this is the main one that has rain real strongly in its concept. I think it's also cute in the second verse. These lines of, "You think I choose a book to hide away in, but paper filled with words doesn't make me feel safe," which I don't know why I've never like read as much, but I like to draw and stuff. So I think it's kind of, I don't know, my my choice of outlet has been creation more than consumption. So I think, I don't know, it was nice to put that detail there. But yeah, I don't think I have too much more to say, so let's have a listen.
Hearing the raindrops falling to the ground. The sky is gray, but I don't see a cloud. Looking above, I can only hear the sound, but there's ripples at my feet when I look down. Am I the only one who feels the rain? If I don't have a name for who was held, can I even trust whatever I felt? If I'm in a world where everyone who gets hurt has a name, if I don't have one, am I even capable of feeling pain? Can I still feel it if what I am feeling has no name? Drowning in a static coughing dust up from the attic, but I'd rather hide up there. I don't hear them talking, but I feel my parents talking, cause there's footsteps on the stairs. You think I choose a book to hide away in, but paper filled with words doesn't make me feel safe. So I stitch a couple lines on an empty white page. Is it still real if it's something I made up? I think this fear is just my brain messing up. What if you saw these pages colored in my state of mind? Would you say that I'm fine? Crying in the empty silence, it's not real unless you give it a name. How can I feel heard when it's quiet now? I just do not rain. If there are no clouds above, can I really call that rain? How am I supposed to tell you how it feels when I am touched? If I don't have a name for who was held, can I even trust whatever I felt? If I'm in a world where everyone who gets hurt has a name, if I don't have one, am I even capable of feeling pain? How am I hurting if nobody told me this is pain? How did I feel it if what I was feeling had no name? If there are no clouds above, can I really call that rain? Hearing the raindrops fall into the ground. The sky is gray, but I don't see a cloud.
I always feel obliged to make a funny little noise after the song is over, especially if it doesn't resolve. I remember this song was also, I struggled to produce it because I realized it is like in swing timing, which I almost never do. So that was kind of a new challenge. But it worked out. It worked out eventually, and I'm pretty happy with it. I think somehow I don't think about this one as often, but it's I'm pleased. I guess also further about what I said earlier with wanting to show kind of the you know, the horror of neglect, is that with this one, you know, the metaphor for not seeing clouds and stuff is like there's no overt bad action happening that you can point to and say this is what's going on. And so it kind of leaves you with this, you know, the effect of, well, I'm seeing the ripples, I'm seeing the effects of negative like things, but I'm not seeing the clouds, so what the heck is going on? And I think that's kind of the main metaphor of you know, kind of seeing the effect but not the cause, and kind of general confusion. and stuff like that. I think, though, the excitement is about to ramp up with the next one. Where is it? Oh, first, we get a fun little interlude with an absolutely unpronounceable song title. I have no idea how to pronounce this one, and honestly, it just looks cool. This is a rule of cool kind of situation where I was just like, plant science name is fun. Trochetiopsis ebonus. It's the St. Helena ebony flower or whatever. Don't ask me why it's that one. I just heard about it once. It's an endangered flower. I think St. Helena's an island. And I was just like, I like this. Actually, the white flowers on the album cover are this flower. So I think it grows. Actually, I think it's preserved better in captivity, but it is endangered in the wild. And I think that's why I thought of it. This is also the one song in Japanese, which I will translate. If you open it up in a translation thing, you'll understand as well. But obviously you can read this callback to the to I know. 外に出たいけどヘレナさんのように枯れていく I want to go outside, but like Helena-san, or like St. Helena, I am wilting away. 枯れていく花びらが手のひらに落ちている Flower petals are falling on the palm of my hand. 花箱に咲くバラはどんな匂いがする What do the roses in the window boxes outside smell like? 今日も窓の裏には雨が降る It's today too. It is raining outside the window. And then 外に出たいけど is I want to go outside, however. I want to go outside, however, like St. Helena, I am wilting away. Flower petals are wilting away like St. Helena. 日差しを浴びなければ僕は死ぬのかな If I do not bathe in the sunlight, will I die? 今日も窓の裏には雨が降る Today too, it is raining outside the window. So those are the meaning of the lyrics. I figured this was intended to be like a kind of fun interlude, and it was like just a random project I had lying around, and then I realized, wait a minute, these chords are cool and I can repurpose them for the album. And then I gave it a little intro, and I thought it's a nice little interlude. So I hope that illuminates the meaning of things. The metaphor about the roses in I'm So Lucky. You have reference to flowers growing in window boxes. And so today the question of what do the roses outside smell like, and I guess likening yourself to a plant comes back. So there's a little connection. Let's have a listen.
I know, I'm really not okay. 外に出たいけどヘレナさんのように枯れていく花びらが今日も枯れていく日差しを浴びなければ僕は死ぬのかな今日も窓の裏には雨が降る
Yes, indeed. The point about the flower surviving better in captivity, than outside. I think it's interesting. However, in this song, asking if I don't bathe in the sunlight, will I die, is kind of. I think it's. I don't know. It's fun to think about, just like the longing of wanting to go outside, but also fearing it, I guess, in a way. Hikikomaxing, as you put it. But perhaps there's an element of hikomoritakunai in there. But yeah, the piano is very cool. I don't have like a proper piano to play at home anymore, sadly. So I can't like come up with things as fluently, maybe. But that one is very fun. I want to write chords like that again. All right, time to get into some rockin' numbers. Okay, let's go, gang. Fever pitch. You gotta realize at a certain point, I love a good pun. I love the concept with this song is, simply put, screaming, where kind of everything reaches a boiling point, a fever pitch, as it will. But since pitch also means like sound, like the height of a sound, it sounds fitting to have it be like, basically the sound of the maximum you can take, I guess, the pitch of the fever. But it's also like a fever pitch, like the saying. Terrible explanation, but you understand, right? I think obviously not, or maybe not obviously, but not everything in the album is 100% Teto. There's definitely parts in here that are not Teto. So half the screams, I think I accentuated Teto more, but my own voice doing some screams when I was still able to record them, are in this song as well. And the choiry bits in this song are also my voice. Fun fact, which is maybe not as fun, but I remember the glasses shattered line is inspired by one of the worst panic attacks I ever had, where a glass fell off a table and it shattered, and it was so like I watched my mind shatter with the glass, and I guess the sound startled me or something, but like that kickstarted just like a real bad moment. But it's so cinematic that it's like you can't not turn that into lyrics. I think this is also the most kind of like emo vibe the album gets, which is very fun. I'm not like a big emo fan, but it's fun. I also remember going to a live concert of a rock band, and I think their music kind of inspired me with this one. But let's have a listen, shall we?
I need the pressure builds with the moment towards folds. My skin's on fire, my sanity corrodes. I'm lying on gas, I'm sweating through my clothes. Am I in my death throes? With my mind, my heart's been left behind. You think I'm being a bitch? I'm sick. Is this how you treat your dick? Help me, I'm burning up inside. Please don't ignore my cries. Please hear me, hear my agony. Did I even matter if you can't hear me cry? Please don't leave me behind. I know I'm not being polite, but I'll die.
Screaming. This one's fun. It's longer than I think it was. I was actually listening to the album before starting stream, trying to somewhat collect my thoughts, despite how disorganized I am still now. And I was thinking, oh, this song goes on quite a minute, which I don't think is bad because I can tell that's inspiration from the band I went to see. That they had, like, it was fun when their songs just, like, you know, you could vibe to them for a while. Trying to think if there's anything interesting still to say here, but I don't think so. Oh, fun fact, when I learned the concept of, I guess, denaturation, I'm still unsure always how to say it because my science teacher, I think, was German, and he had a bizarre accent. So all these like science terms, none of us knew how to pronounce any of it because we're just like, "Oh, I don't know, he says it like that." Uh, but I looked it up and I think Google told me denaturation, and it sounds the best with frustrated, so that's what I went with. I haven't left my bed, my bangs are soaking wet. I guess also the idea of, I mean, when you're a baby, first thing you do is you cry, so the doctors can check that you're able to breathe, is why they hit the baby on the bum or whatever. They're just like, we gotta make sure it can shriek, because otherwise something is seriously wrong. So I think that's why the part of this song is also being like, it is natural for me to scream under these circumstances. Why are you not listening to me screaming? Think I'm being a bitch, but I'm sick and I'm reaching a fever pitch. Help me, I'm burning up inside. Please don't leave me behind. Oh, it's time for my personal favorite, Terminal Velocity. This one's my baby. I've decided this one's my favorite one. I like the metaphor. I like the science puns. I like the chaotic rock. I like this one personally. um, I feel like there's a lot I could probably talk about. I think I think about how like air molecules are always on our skin, and like we're basically like swimming in air, but we're accustomed to the feeling of air, like the way a fish is accustomed to water or whatever, and so we don't like notice it. But I think sometimes when I've had episodes of overwhelm or panic attacks or something, I've described it as like suddenly being able to feel all the air on you or something. um and so that's what these lyrics come from. um I think the song also has the arguably silliest pun in my mind, because it's very like, it's not very obvious, but it's technically there and it's funny to me, which here, having the wind ignores my thrashing as it grabs my hand, I can't help but resist. If you think about it, it's kind of like wind resistance, because you can't help but resist because there's wind resistance, and then there's about the wind and about the it's funny. Oh, I learned the word troposphere while looking up stuff about the atmosphere. That's the lowest level of the atmosphere, which I think is interesting because it implies then that I'm in this metaphor of falling but not hitting the ground, that you're hanging at the lowest level, so it's like you're close to hitting the ground but haven't yet. I think if you were floating in like the proper atmosphere, like stratosphere or whatever, I don't know what the levels are, but if you're hanging up there, it's like, oh, I got some time. But if you're in the troposphere, it's like, oh no. um Distance over time is, equation for speed, and then equating that to fear instead of speed. um all right, I'm being goofy, but I mean, this song is, I think you're gonna notice this in most of my songs, there's an undercurrent of, I mean, suicide, and discussing it and thinking it through, basically contemplating life and whether to live it. And here I think the metaphor is kind of being in distress, aka falling, but knowing that you're not gonna die until you hit the ground, obviously. Because it's the impact that kills you, it's not the fall. And it's kind of, I guess, musing on that. So this idea that if you have like an event to justify, I guess, the fall, like, will everything then make sense? Will everything fall into place? And so it's kind of that, I guess, violent desire for like finality, just to make sense of things. yeah. So I guess you could probably see that in the chorus lyrics. Um, I think oh, I had a lot of fun writing the very fast parts. I took advantage with this song. I think this song might be the most Vocaloid-esque because there is no room to breathe here. Like I can try to I can try to do it, but it is I just want to end this endless cycle. I don't want death, I want revival. The mechanisms of survival are something I can't reconcile. Chiding mantras of revival provide the fuel for every spiral. It's clear that I am volatile, but I just can't help but deny. It's hard to say I'm falling before I have met my end. But if there's no one here to see me, why would I pretend? I'm hurt before I leave your mission. I'm weak by my own definition. Will somebody listen when I finally hit? If I never reach the earth, like, I can barely make it to if I finally hit, but, you know, this Vocaloid, baby, you don't have to breathe. And that kind of patter, like super fast stuff, gives that stream of consciousness, panicked energy, which I really like. So I think using kind of fancier word or more poetic words suits this song. To kind of give this, I don't know, gothic poetic vibe. And yeah, I think I've explained sort of the vibes of stuff. But oh, there we get the we do get the I don't want to make you cry melody comes back here with please catch me before I die. And of course, working through this super dark thought, the ending is ultimately not, I want to, like, the ending is not that you want to slam into the ground and have your bones break. It's that if you have to fall, I want it to be nicer, you know? It's like, I want hope. I don't want tragedy. I don't want this, but I'm stuck at terminal velocity. You know, it's that kind of fear. But yeah, I think in terms of like musicians and stuff who have inspired this one, definitely Wowaka, Rolling Girl, and Unhappy Refrain, and Unknown Mother Goose. In general, I think for this whole album, Wowaka is quite up there in terms of like inspirations, in terms of vibes. Perhaps because I feel like that really encapsulates I guess a lot of the music I like in terms of Vocaloid, like Woaka, especially Neru, I really like Lost Ones Weeping. Tokyo Teddy Bear is one of my favorite songs, like just ever. So I think, you know, that if you hear my stuff now, and I say that, I think you can kind of see the connection of where I've taken inspiration from. I have not been looking at chat. What have y'all been saying? If science has no haters, then I'm dead. Ah. I love science. I think science and synth goes hand in hand. Interestingly, this one reminds you of my older work. That is interesting, I find. I do hope to go more in this direction in the future. But anyway, let's have a listen to this beast of a number.
hard when I felt the start of the descent. My guts are trapped, and yet I've never felt more free. Will somebody listen when I finally hit? I never reached the earth. Was there ever any worth in saying that I fail? I want to say that the end is near, but at this point I can't turn. If it turns out I was wrong and I was lying all alone, how am I supposed to feel? I know I'm safe while I'm in the sky, so can I even say this is real? Just to cross the screens. I want an equation to validate anything about the pain I'm seeing. But I do not measure the tension that is in a place that I can't reach. If I could predict the end of my life, would it justify how I feel? Would the funny confirm that this is the mean of velocity? I don't know what's ahead. I don't want to be a tragedy. Tell me there is hope instead. If I have to hit the ground, please somebody slow me down so I land on both my feet. I'm tired of falling at a constant speed. I'm sick of terminal velocity.
Yay! Ah, I love the chaos at the end. It was so fun to do those synthesizers. When I'm falling through the air, I think it's right to say I'm scared. Oh, of course, this song title, yet again, a pun. As in terminal, as in like ending, terminal diseases are diseases that kill you, but terminal velocity is like the scientific term of like the maximum speed, and get it? It's like velocity that would kill you, but it's also like the final. It's a pun. All right. Oh, it's time for the tsundere one. This one I think was a later song I made in the album. Let's see. What do I have to say on this one? Oh, I think okay. The one thing I think about with it usually is just the cute thing of having the verses begin with I live my life by Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law being what can go wrong will go wrong. So it's kind of having those pessimistic expectations. And then at the very end it's I now consider Littlewood's law, which is in reference to Littlewood's mathematical law of miracles, which I think says like the probability of a miracle is 1 in a million or something, which is actually not that improbable or something. And basically like things that you would like mathematically consider a miracle actually are super common, I think. I'd have to look up exactly what it is, but basically going from what can go wrong will go wrong to, oh, maybe good things are actually possible, and not even just possible, but also not uncommon, meaning that good things could also happen to me, because why wouldn't they? Because probability. And so I think, this is just a nice little narrative of having been, I guess, burnt in the past, and then kind of finding, better connections, and kind of coming to terms with people being nice to you, which I've definitely had moments like that with close friends, of kind of being all like, why are you nice to me? There are some lyrics here where I honestly don't know exactly, like, I it's less clear in my head, like, what I mean with it, but I was like, yes, this is artistically, the vibes are correct, if that makes sense. Like, the idea of the villain and the hero, like, I'm not sure exactly, like, I don't have a clear image in my head for what I'm really saying, but I think this kind of little storybook cinematic vibe fit the song. I guess the, like, before the hero dies, he smiles to give you peace, I feel like could refer to various things, like either the singer reassuring someone else that, like, things are okay before they die, or not trusting the hero smiling to mean that the hero's okay, or something like that. I feel like it could apply to different interpretations, and I think for this song there's not, I mean, it goes for all my songs, that I never like for there to be like one perfect interpretation or anything. It was just like, there's things that I thought of when it was written, but I love hearing what other people take away from it, because that's cool and that's art. Interpretation. But more science. Yes, I love science. I love mathematical science stuff, even though I don't really know many of the things. Oh, it fits with like an OC. I love that when songs fit with characters. This one, there's definitely some anime characters I was thinking of while writing this one, and I was like, oh, it's their song. Let's have a listen.
I live my life by Murphy's law. The worst of what could be plays out in a waking dream. I feel the coming dawn on the nights I barely sleep. The villain cracks a smile as I begin to bleed. I'll lick my wounds when the sun is down. The voices that plague me remain sickly sweet. 3 words have always been used to confuse me on what loving means. Don't say those 3 words like it's not a warning sign. When you say such things, I must decide if I should escape before it's too late to leave you behind. Those words leave me confused, so please don't use them before you make up your mind. I live my life by Murphy's law. The ugly past loops in my head on a silver screen. I can't say that I'm wrong to expect a tragedy. Before the hero dies, he smiles to give you peace. I can't stay blind to this pattern when I gain affection my heart starts to ache. Rewards have always foreshadowed a terminal mistake. Don't say like it's not a warning sign. When you say such things, it makes me cry. Please don't make me suffer, let me recover from this old lie. Those words are never true, so why do you insist on being so damn kind? It's hard to see the sky beyond the pouring rain. I'm still scared to admit that things could change. Please don't say. Please don't. Please don't. Don't say I love you. Like it's not a warning sign. When you say such things, it makes me cry. Please give me a moment, how do I cope if it's not a lie? When you say those words, it hurts, but only 'cause I know it's true this time. I now consider little words law. The best of what could be could even happen to me. It still feels pretty wrong to not temper my relief. But this time I can tell you truly care for me.
Wow. But this time I can tell you truly care for me. Yeah, I was still in the making of this album, learning how to tune stuff. Um, so I think there's some stronger parts, there's some weaker parts, but I'm very happy with the the like kind of sad, embarrassed, awkward I love you. Ah, it's so cute. But you can see there's a more positive shift coming in the overall vibe of the album, that the singer is, has this sort of tragic past and is now reckoning with, oh no, there's positive influences in my life. Um and I have to reckon with them being nice to me. Oh, this sucks. Don't say I love you like it's not a warning sign. When you say such things, it makes me cry. Please give me a moment, how do I cope if it's not a lie? Alright, title track, baby. Ooh. Damage control. Blah. What am I doing? Which I think is also one of the ones that I wrote first. And obviously shaped the vibe of the whole album, the whole concept. But what do I say about this one? I mean, basically, damage control, the idea. I like the name damage control because usually that has a quite negative association, I think. People say it in reference to someone who's done something bad and then has to, kind of do damage control. But I like it here in this kind of not shying away from negativity, but also trying to control the damage, you know, I guess damage can literally also translate to trauma, so it's like trauma control in a way. But yeah, I don't know. I think this one's just like a fun rock song. I I have a friend who knows about chemistry stuff, so I remember asking about corrosive and if it was the best word to use here. But oh yeah, I also here in this song really like the there's no battle scars to prove that I was in pain, and now I fear you'll never see me in the same way. I guess more so this line. But the idea of like when it comes to mental issues, often there's no physical signs of it. And I think that can be a bit conflicting with like believing that it's real and whatnot. Interestingly though, I have a song that I'm working on that's kind of opposite concept. So it's kind of fun to be able to write contradicting numbers, I guess. But I enjoy that line. Personally, also, random note, but I love the phrase degree of instability in the song, how it's sung. I've gotten used to this degree of instability. Like, that's so, the syllable's satisfying. But, there it is, there's the line. I don't want to make you cry. I don't want to be what keeps you up at night. Oh yes, there's kind of like glitched little weird voices in the back there, and those are not Teto, those are also me, and I'm pretty sure what I'm saying is I don't think I can do this and I'm so scared or something. So see if you can pick that out at this moment. Also on the human, it is my voice as well. Which I thought, you know, it's kind of cliche, but fun to have that. You say I'm human, but that's just so hard to believe. And so the song obviously culminates with Teto reaching out and saying, please help me, where it's like the whole conflict of being like, I gotta, you know, continue with this, I gotta, you know, control the damage, and then it's like, actually I'm scared, help. And it's kind of the conclusion is, oh, actually I gotta reach out. Last lyrical note, I guess, is the choruses having with I'm feeling like a stick of dynamite, and then I'm sick of feeling like I'm dynamite, is like the syllables kind of reverse a little, and that's fun. I'm feeling like a stick of dynamite. I'm sick of feeling like I'm dynamite. But yeah, let's have a listen.
Stay back. Can you hear that steady beat? It's killing me. I've got a problem that nobody seems to hear or see. No matter what I do, I can't escape that dreadful sound. I just want to rip apart my skin to stop the countdown. I carry on as if I'm okay, wondering when I'm going to break. Slam the keys on the piano till the timer reaches zero. When I go into high alert, I cannot breathe in my vision blurs. I want to scream that it hurts, but I need to warn you before I explode. Stay back, get inside. I'm feeling like a stick of dynamite. I might blow you, but I know I'm getting it go sky high. I don't care about myself when I explode. It's you I want to protect by doing damage control. I know it's scary, so get away from me. dragon. There's no battle scars to prove that I was in vain. But now I fear you'll never see me in the same way. I wonder if this will ever change. Am I doomed to push you away? It wasn't you who put me in pain. Lit the fuse and refused to stay. I've gotten used to this degree of instability, but it's not fair to everybody else who has to deal with me. To make you cry, I don't want to be what keeps you up at night. I know I'm damaged, I'm always ripping at the seams. I know I hurt you, what will it take for you to leave? You say I'm human, but that's just so hard to believe. Could I really be more than a bomb that explodes at the slightest touch? I try my best, but it's just too much. I've lost control of myself, so tell me how on earth do I ask for help? I don't deserve someone's gentle touch. I know deep down that I'm just too much. You're far too kind when you say you'll stay by my side when I explode. Please stay by my side, I'm sick of feeling like I'm dynamite. I'm scared of myself and I'm scared you're gonna have to watch me die again. Will this cycle ever end? Tell me when I won't have to do damage control. It hurts so much, I think I have to scream. I don't want you to. Please help me.
Someone once said that that synth sounds like Crazy Frog, and they are not wrong, and I'm I'm a little obsessed with that. Can't believe I made a serious song that actually sounds like Crazy Frog. Okay, what I was gonna say before I remembered that, was the screams in the please help me is actually fading between Teto screaming and me screaming with this like same glitch effects. But I realized like, oh, my own sounds so cool and raw that the like weird fade between them, I don't know, it sounded really cool. So that's awesome. Welcome back to me screaming. Ah! That's most of my songs, really. Maybe I should be screaming more. I could always be screaming more. But yes, that's damage control. We are getting to the positive parts. We are also getting to true Teto territory. By which I mean in the song It Gets Better. So originally when making this album I was planning to just sing it myself, but then I realized actually I'm gonna not be able to record as easily, and also I should fulfill my lifelong dream of being a real Vocaloid producer. So I decided to use Teto, because Teto is like, you know, gaining big popularity recently. But then I also realized, and I think the song To My Biggest Fan by Beat Shobon, I love that song. It's so adorable. It makes me so sentimental every time I hear it. And not to mention Machine Love to some extent as well. but I think those songs made me realize, like, wow, Teto really has come a long way, and in an album that's, you know, somewhat about growing up or moving on and stuff like that, I think having Teto to be the one to say it gets better is really sweet, because I mean, look at how far Teto has come. And if it's possible for Teto, and if it's possible for me, then why isn't it possible for everyone else? You know? And I think it kind of shaped this idea that, since this is mostly written from my perspective, but using Teto augmented to sound a little more similar to me with the like deeper voice, it's kind of like using Teto to express these ideas, and like kind of using her as a bit of a crutch, I guess, which I think is something that is sort of often done in Vocaloid music. And I think that's also something really nice about Vocaloid music, is that you can often express ideas that are too taboo to like verbalize yourself, maybe, but because you don't actually have to say it, you can make the, you know, the Vocaloid say it for you. I think it kind of grants a little bit more freedom in some ways to express things that you might otherwise be afraid to express. And so I think the idea of using sort of Teto being the conduit in a way for a lot of the tragic ideas, only to then have Teto kind of turn around and give this positive, hopeful message, is, I don't know, it's sentimental, it's nice. And I knew, like, I think honestly, music wise, this song doesn't feel very remarkable to me, but it's like necessary within the album to make it function. You know, I can't do, or I didn't want this to just be all dark. I wanted it to be, you know, difficult, but we're going somewhere. We're trying to make progress towards something. You know, there is hope underlying every part of this. Even when it gets explosive, or we start falling or whatever. So yeah, this song is necessary, and I think it's sweet to have this feel more like Teto rather than myself singing. There's always kind of a fusion of telling stuff to yourself and telling stuff and having Teto tell you it, I guess, in this one. I don't know, weird things when you write your own songs. Also, annoyingly, I was having a moment where I was spiraling a bit and I was feeling quite down, and then a friend was calming me down and he was saying stuff, and I was like, I can't argue with you because I wrote those same ideas in a song. So it's like, I know you're right because I wrote this before and I have proof of it. And I think that's happened before, where I'll be like trying to express an issue and then be like, what am I doing? I have a song that says this. So that's kind of a fun like tool. It's just like, oh, I don't even need to go over this issue. I already did in poetry. But I think that's enough talking. I say we get imbued with some determination, some hope.
Me your hand. Listen when I tell you that you'll be okay. I know it's hard when you're still in the dark, but trust me, there will be a brighter day. I know they're there. Let's take a breath of air. You've been locked up for too long in this despair. Please don't be scared. There's a whole new out, it gets better. When you cry, it gets better. When you feel the rain and watch it dry, it gets better. When you trust that it gets better. When you leave, it gets better. Because it did for me. It's like your bags. I know it feels like waving a white flag, but when you go beyond what you have known, you realize there is no need to go back. To cry when saying your goodbyes. There's a story you see from the outside. But now it's time to start living your life. I can't wait to see the joy you find. I know I don't know what your life looks like, but mine has gotten so much happier. It's been hard, but you're listening to this song. It's been worth it. You were worth it. Very slowly, it gets better. In the end, it gets better. When you ask for help from wonderful friends, it gets better. When you reach out, even if you have to cry, 'cause it's better. When you feel the rain and watch it dry, it gets better. 'Cause I know that it gets better. When you leave, it will get better. Just like it did for me. It gets better as long as you believe that it gets better just because it can. 'Cause it can. Better, just like it did for me.
Fun fact, those some of the key jingle sounds are sounds from the keys to the first place I moved out to. So it's kind of like, oh my god, it does get better. I moved out. And right, yes, that's what I wanted to say as well. That I think this song is also tricky because often when you're in a really dark place, the last thing you want to hear is that it gets better. Because you're like, well, it's not better. So, and you just kind of like, it's, I think, very hard to validate like struggles while also trying to encourage. I think I've definitely been the kind of person who's like, I don't want to hear positivity when I'm sad. Usually when I'm sad, I need to be emo for a minute, you know? So I think, I don't know, I always have the hope of like, oh, I hope this doesn't sound like condescending or anything. I hope this sounds like genuine enough that, you know, when I say it gets better, it's like, well, I can't say for sure, but I'm telling you it will because I want you to believe that, you know, because it's, I don't know, maybe it's a fallacy to say because it gets better for me, it'll get better for everyone, but I guess the meaning is more so, if it's possible to get better for me, why can't it get better for you, you know? Just goes to show it can get better for everyone. You just don't ever know. Could also get worse, if you want to look at it that way, but, you know. I'd prefer to think things can get better. We're almost at the end of the road. Yeah. Exactly. It's hard to think that things can get better, but it's, you know, slowly, bit by bit, if you make steps towards it, you can reach somewhat better places. Um, Man, what do I say here? Well, first of all, this song obviously starts with the same melody from the very beginning, in the overture. So it's kind of a bit of a like full circle moment. I love it when things are full circle. Um, oh, I guess very obvious feature about this song is that it features my voice. Um, I think I had the idea. I don't know. I had the idea, and I was thinking like, oh, since I've released stuff before, I guess, where I sing, and I guess people like my voice. Um, that I thought it'd be sweet for fans, I get, or pre-existing fans, if they hear it, to be like, oh, there he is. There's the guy. um, but it is also, has that meaning of kind of letting go of Teto, or letting go of things, and moving on. That's the final kind of evolution of this album, I guess, is ironically finding freedom in being able to hold negativity within you. And by being able to acknowledge the bad, you start to be able to see the good for where it is and what it is. And I think that's something I have kind of struggled with, is denying that things are bad, but then that kind of blinds you towards things that are actually like really good, or that you like. Um so yeah, I think, I don't know, I wanted this one to feel kind of personal and sweet, like kind of a like, we made it, gang. Um but I'm very happy that people, that the effect came through with using my own voice for this one. Actually, I've like volunteered at a music venue, um, and they apparently had a little recording studio, and so there was like some random little like get together, and then they mentioned that, and I was like, wait a minute, can I like use that? And so I like, oh, it was a tech nightmare for a second, but but together with a friend I made there, I actually got to record in this little studio. Um, and so this friend, she would be sitting like in the, I don't know what it's called, but where the producer sits, and then I would be like running back and forth because she didn't really know how to use audio stuff, or at least not the stuff I do. And then I would like show her how to record, and I don't know, it was a fun little adventure of uh doing that. So I only really had like the one, or I don't know. We also had some issues, and I had to like cut around things, but it all worked. Uh, it all worked out. Oh, tears of joy. That's what I want. I want your tears, but I want tears of joy. Um, it is also sweet that I got to record it at this venue that has like helped kind of unhikikomori me, like kind of get me out of my shell. So I don't know, this is it's all sweet. This one's very sweet. I think it's a fitting ending, even though if one of my friends thinks the title and the concept's a bit cheesy. After all, I am not lactose intolerant. I do like a bit of cheese. Anyway, let's listen to the final track.
too much. This heart unlocked inside a golden frame was never meant to be the canvas for your pain. I drown within your ugly hues, but now it's time to start anew and take control of what I feel inside. I love this world because I hate you. I gained self-worth by learning that this pain was undeserved, and now I see the beauty of a world that treats me like I'm worthy of living a life. Now that you're gone, I can move on to a better world without you. Feel as if at last I am alive. I've shed the tears I needed to survive. I've learned that there are people who can hear my voice. I had to scream, but now I can sing with joy. I doubted everything I knew. I hoped that time would heal my wound, while never realizing you were the cause. I love this world because I hate you. You kept me trapped inside a place where all I could do was cry. But now I see the beauty of a world that treats me like I really could step foot outside. Now that you're gone, I can move on to a loving world. Maybe one day I might forgive you. But I'm on to a better world without this. A loving world. Maybe one day I might forgive you. But I'm moving on to a better world without you. I love this world.
There we go. We made it. We did it. We made it to the better world. First of all, I mean, thank you all for joining me on this fine evening or day, wherever you are in the world. I need to collect my thoughts again. It's true that you get mentioned in the last song. I've heard that there are people who can hear my voice. That's you. That's all of you. I mean, is it unsurprising that I would include the listeners in my song? They're always a part of the equation. Um, but yeah, I guess now that we've done this listening party and the album's out, this is kind of we get to round off this chapter of I guess with this project. I'm still hoping to make some music videos and stuff to post so I can you know, promote the songs and more, and hopefully get more people to listen and find out about it. But that'll be a whenever I finish it kind of thing. I guess look forward to more completely new projects after this. But yeah, we we did it, gang. We made it through, and it's not a ridiculously late hour. uh, Let me read what y'all have been saying. When the singing comes in, it's very emotional. I definitely am planning to do more Vocaloid X producer duets. Um I think I really enjoy doing that. Yeah, I hope this was informative. I hope this was interesting to people, especially if people want to make their own projects. I think it's nice to hear from people what their thought process is. I'm sure there's much more I could say about these songs, but if I'm being honest, I'm a little bit sleepy. Um, but I'm sure if ever in the future on a live stream, if you ever bring up anything, I am more than happy to talk about my songs because that's where like all my brain goes into. Uh but yeah, I suppose stream damage control, download it. If you want to send a donation directly, you can do that via the link in the description. I think in terms of VODs, I'm tempted in a little bit to, in a way, to make a video or something similar to what this live stream was like, but I will see about that myself. Um, but you know, if you find a link to this, if you find a link to this stream, you can watch it, but it'll be unlisted. But yeah, that is thank you for coming to my fun party, my fun listening party, and definitely keep an eye on YouTube and on Blue Sky mostly is where I post for the next time I'm live. And the next time I post anything or whatever. But truly thank you all so much for your support. It's really amazing, and you contribute to the inspiration and you know all the stuff that goes into this. So thank you very much. And I will end it here, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.